Welcome to the channel called CAD Mr Hew. In today's video, we'll be constructing a parabola given the axis and the ordinate. Alright? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to draw a rectangle that is equal to the axis and the ordinate. The ordinate will be on the x-axis on a graph paper, while the axis will be on the y-axis, sorry, meaning it will go in vertical. All right, so let us draw that now. So we're going to go to our line command. We're going to start right here. And we're going to select, we're going to go, the ordinate is 45. So the total distance going across for the base of the rectangle will be 90 millimeters. Enter. All right. Then the axis is 110 millimeters. So we go 110, enter, come across 90, enter, and we'll come back down to that point there. All right, let's center the drawing. All right, let us indicate the axis. So the axis would be this middle point right here. So it go turn off snap, and we're looking for the midpoint right there. All right, enter. So this line is the axis, this is the ordinate. Let me label it for you. So this line here, all right, let me go and label it for you. So we're gonna come here, there to there. Right, that's 110. This is the axis. All right, so let me go again, there to there. This is the axis. All right, enter. All right, this distance here is a ordinate. So let me indicate that for you. There to there, that's 45. And this is the axis, all right? Not the axis, the ordinate, sorry. So this is the ordinate. All right? Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to divide this line into 4. So we're going to use our divide command, divide. I'm going to select the line. The number of parts that we're going to divide the line into is 4. All right? All right, we're also going to divide, we're going to divide this line into 8. So we're going to select this line, enter, and we're going to divide it into 8. All right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to draw a line from this point here to this point. All right, enter. All right, we're going to draw another line from this point to this point, enter. We're going to draw a line from this point to that point, enter. We're going to draw another line from this point to this point, enter. So what we're going to do now, we're going to label these points now, right? So we're going to label single line text. The height, we're going to make the height 4 millimeters, enter. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and this one would be 4. All right. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna turn on ortho. We're gonna turn on ortho, and we're gonna draw a line down from this point, good, to 1, enter. We're gonna draw another line from 2, which will be this point. Right, that's 2, coming down to 2, enter. Go again, line from this point coming down, enter. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna trim it. All right, so we're gonna trim this and this, enter. All right, so this point, we're gonna label this point. All right, single line text. So this point is 1, 2, 3. All right, what we can do, we can mirror the points over that side. All right, so we're gonna go mirror. Gonna select these lines, these lines, these lines, this, 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 this one. Now let this one stay. All right, so we're gonna go enter. I'm gonna click this line as a mirror line. Enter. All right. Likewise, we're gonna mirror the 2 and the 1. Enter. I'm gonna select this and there. Enter. All right. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw. Gonna go to our outline layer, and we're actually gonna draw the curve now. Okay. Which is a parabola. We're drawing a parabola given the ordinate and the axis. All right, so we're gonna come down here to draw. We're gonna select spline, and we're gonna plot these points now. So this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. Oh, we need to turn off ortho. This point, enter. All right. Then now this is a parabola. Okay. Now, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna find the focus for this parabola, right? So the focus wasn't given because we use a different method, which is the drawing the rectangle given the axis and the ordinate. In a previous video, we drew the parabola given the eccentricity. So perhaps you could visit that video, right? So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna find the focus. Now, the first step is to select a point P here, right? Along the axis, all right? So the axis is actually this middle line here, right? So, all right, let me label it. So single line text, right? We're gonna come here. All right, that is already the ordinate. So we're gonna click here. We're gonna turn off object snap. We're gonna click here. I'm gonna click here. Height will be 4. The rotational angle would be 90 degrees. Enter. So this would be the axis. All right. All right, so that's the axis, okay? We can move it away from the line. So we're gonna click the word axis as the object, and we're gonna move it away like that. All right, good. Now, As I said, we're going to select any random point along the axis. So I'm going to draw a random line anywhere along here. So I'm going to choose a point there. All right, so here we go now. So we're going to go line. We're going to turn on ortho. We're going to select object snap. All right, now we need to turn off object snap. We need to turn on object snap and turn off snap. All right, so select this point. I'm going to come across this line. Enter. We're going to put this line on the construction layer. All right, good. Now, this point here, up here will be V. So we're going to label single line text. This point, we're going to turn off objects now. This point is V. Okay? Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to mark an arc that is equal to, we're going to label here, going to label P here also. So right here, this point is, going to make it 6 millimeter height, enter, enter. This will be P. All right? Now, all right, delete, delete. All right, so we're going to go single line text. The point, starting point would be there. 6 will be the height. The rotational angle will be 0. All right, so this will be V. This point down here will be P. All right? So what we're going to do, we're going to measure this distance PV. Right? So how we can do it, we can draw an arc. So center, we can either measure it or we can draw an arc. All right? So we go center here, radius here. Right? We're going to mark an arc coming down here to intersect here. Enter. All right, now we're going to need to change. We need to change this line and put it on the construction layer. And we need to change back the layer to the construction layer. All right. So this measurement, we're going to draw another one coming that way, right? So we're going to use our compass, right? Well, our AutoCAD equivalent to the compass. So this will be the center. This will be the start. And I'm going to mark the arc coming around like this. Enter. Where the arc intersect this point, this would be X. So we're going to label single line text. This point is X. All right. And this distance from here to here. All right, we're gonna type dim style, and we're gonna change. We're gonna go modify, And we're gonna when we make sure that you're on the fit tab, we're gonna change from 1 to 2. So it will the dimensions will be visible. All right. Okay. So this now, I'm gonna change this to say px px is equal to 2pv. All right. So we could have measured it and multiplied by 2 and draw it, or we can use the compass method like what I showed you a while ago. So this point out here is x. So let me go single line text. Right here is x. Okay? All right. The next step is to draw a line from V to X. So I can make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to draw a line from X to V, which is a vertex. All right? Enter. All right? What we're going to do now, where this line intersects the parabola, we're going to draw a horizontal line to intersect the axis. All right? So let's zoom it up. So from here, we're going to draw a line. So we're going to draw a line from here. This intersection coming across there, enter. This point would be F, the focus. All right, so we're going to label it now. Single line text. Make the height a little bit. I'm going to make it 4 millimeters. So right here, 4, enter. This will be F. All right, so that point is F. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to extend the axis going out. All right? We're going to shift V. We're going to move V, object, which is the letter V, enter. I'm going to click here. I'm going to come over. V is right here, okay? It's a vertex. All right, so what we're going to do now, from V to F, we're going to draw an arc going around, right? So we're going to go arc, start center, end. The center would be at V. We're going to turn on object snap to V, and we're going to draw arc coming around. Enter, right? This point would give us the directrix, all right? So if you're asked to draw the directrix, if you're not given the directrix, this is how you would get it, all right? So we're going to draw a line now, turn on ortho, make sure ortho is on, and we're going to draw a line away like this. Enter. We're going to draw another line to the left. Enter. All right. So this line is a directrix. Okay. So we can actually make it smaller and extend this line. All right. So we're going to extend this line. And this line is a directrix. So we're going directrix. So we're going to go single line text. And we're going to label this line. I'm going to turn off objects now. And we're going to label this line. So single line text right here. We're going to label this 6 millimeter height, rotational angle 0. This is a directrix. All right, good. So good job if you followed along, right? This line, we can break this line because it's too tall. So we're going to go to modify. break at a point, we select the object, enter, and we're going to break it right. It can be broken right here. So we're going to turn on object snap, and I'm going to break it right here. Enter. So I'm going to click this line and delete it. Click this line and we delete it, right? So this would be the completed drawing, okay? All right. So the we're gonna go multi-line text, and this would the label would be to draw a parabola given the ordinate and axis. All right, that's the first thing we did. The next thing that we did was to find the focus and directrix of a parabola. Okay? So good job if you followed along. And this brings us to the end of today's video. In the next video, we'll be looking at triangles. So take care until we meet again. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.